Hey there! Congratulations! You received your sample Chalk Couture kit. Thanks so much for your interest. But now what do you do with it? Hey everybody, thanks so much for your interest in Chalk Couture and requesting a sample. I was so happy to send it to you and I can't wait to show you what to do with it now. So let's open the box and see what's inside. We'll just get a little informational pamphlet. Just a few quick and easy steps to follow. You can read that at your leisure. You'll get a little color tray, a mini squeegee, a single paste packet, a random little mini icon transfer, my business card, a little note from me, a stir stick, and either a black chalkable chip or a white chalkable chip. That will be random, as well as the transfer that you receive and the color of paste that you receive. Okay, let's set this aside. Let me show you what to do next. I want you to take, let's say you get a white chalkable chip. Let's go ahead and turn over your transfer. Go ahead and take something like a Sharpie and write on the back the name of it. This says Coffee First. This will remind you not to place your transfer back on this side of the backer sheet. Go ahead and rub your finger across the edge of your transfer and remove that transfer from its backer sheet and set that aside. You'll want that later. Okay, then I need you to find either a terry cloth towel or some kind of a cotton surface such as your shirt, your pants, or a towel, and we want to fuzz that transfer. So we're going to place it on our towel and we're going to lift off. And we'll do that again and lift off. What we're doing is we're fuzzing our transfer, or we're dulling the adhesive. You can hear it. We're dulling that adhesive up a little bit so that it's not really sticky. Now if you were to use our transfers on a textile surface such as burlap or canvas, a t-shirt, a hat, whatever, anything like that, then you don't want to fuzz it. But we're going to put it on a chalkboard surface, so we want to make sure it's not too sticky so that it won't be impossible to get off. Okay, let's go ahead and take our chalkable chip and our transfer, and we're just going to try to center that as best as we can. And you want to rub that down. It's useful to start in the center and then rub outwards. Okay, you don't want any bumps or lumps, no little hairs or any pieces of lint stuck under there. Okay, so make sure that's smoothed down nice and soft. We can put that aside for a moment. Now, depending on your paste that you receive, you're going to just kind of take it and you're going to knead it with your fingers a little bit. Okay, that's just to mix up all of the organic materials and the pigments that are inside. All right, this is candy apple. So now I'm going to kind of push it towards the middle of my packet. And you'll notice there's little notches on the side of your packet. They will be changing the packaging for the singles. So if you ever receive them in the future, they will be a different package. It will be more like a foil package. And then you'll have to take scissors or something to cut across. But we're just going to rip it a little bit across that notch. Okay, and we're going to squeeze out just a little bit of our paste. Okay, I'm going to squeeze a little bit on my color tray, and we'll set that aside. Now, there's not much on there because you really won't use a lot. But what you'll do is you'll take your mini squeegee and you'll scoop up your paste, and we'll place it on our transfer, and wherever I see that design, I want to smooth out that paste. Okay, so we're going to smooth that out. Okay, it's all covered. Let's put our excess back in our tray, and then I'm going to go over it another time, and I'm going to use a little more pressure. All right, and we're going to take our excess off. Okay, then you can set that aside. Go ahead and start from the top. You can start pulling it to the side, but you don't want to take it off on the diagonal. But you can start it on the side, work your way to the top, and then pull it straight off. And there's your design. Now, if you have a hair dryer or a heat gun, you can go ahead and speed up the drying process. If you don't have anything like that, then you could just set it aside to dry on its own. It only takes a few minutes. And depending on the humidity in your home, it could take longer or shorter amounts of time. Let me show you how to wash your transfer. Our transfers are reusable, and all of our products are water soluble. So I'm going to take my handy dandy mist spray bottle, and we're just going to spray it with some water. And I'm going to let it sit there for a moment. I'm going to grab a paper towel. All right, and I'm going to gently rub. And we're going to remove that paste from our transfer. Now you can see there's still a light reddish haze, and there's a little bit of staining around the transfer wherever my paste hit the transfer. We have a product called board erasers. You get 2 to a pack, okay? And I don't know where the other one is, so we'll grab this one. You get 2 to a pack. You can wet it, you can put it under running water and then squeeze out your excess, but you can gently go over your transfer, oops, and that will get most of that staining off. Okay, and then you can spray it again and finish wiping your transfer clean. Look at that, back to its original color. Let's go ahead and wipe our surface, and then let's go ahead and gently wipe the adhesive side so that's nice and clean. Now I will set it aside so that it can air dry for a minute or two, and then I would put it back on the backer sheet. This is your backer sheet. We put it aside for later. Okay, our transfer has now had time to air dry, and now we're going to put it back on its backer sheet. So you're going to take your backer sheet, and I look to see which way is up, and then I try to come in and match the corners up. Find a corner, and then press it flat on its backer sheet. And now I can store that in a Ziploc bag, or if this was a bigger transfer, I would put it back in the packaging that it came from. But since this was a sample, you can just throw this in a little Ziploc bag, or if you have other transfers, you can stick it in there to keep it safe. Now, what can you do with this? You can punch a hole in it. It does take a special punch called a crocodile. You can find that at a local craft store or online, such as Amazon. Or you can always just put a little magnet on the back, with some, if it's a self-adhesive magnet, and then stick it to your fridge or wherever you have a magnetic surface. And that's it. Again, I hope you enjoyed this sample kit. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. You have my business card, so go ahead and use that to find me everywhere social. And I hope to see you online soon. Bye.